break his guard. You need to be super aggressive with him, or at least that worked with me. And then of course, as you can see, you do have to Hey there peeps, what is going on? It's C.O.Z here, and we're back with more Jedi Fallen Order boss fight videos. So Taron Malicos, which I think was one of the harder ones, but strangely enough to me it wasn't as hard as the Ninth Sister, probably because if you're really aggressive with him, his defense can be penetrated through. So obviously at the start of this fight, and it was tough because he made me use all my free stims as well, but I realized rather than hanging back, it was better just to get in there and get those hits. Use the double saber, and then when you get an opening, press square and get that combo in where he splits the dual saber into two sabers to do damage. That was pretty much the strategy I used here. So in the first phase, break his guard, get those taps in, and then see if you can get him into a combo. If not, get as many hits in as possible. So he uses two sabers, but he uses them without connecting them together. So I would block his attacks, I would wait for an opening, I would get in a few hits, and then I would chain it in for a combo where you split the dual saber once more, and it takes a little bit of his health off, a little bit more than just tapping him, because it speeds the fight up. Now his health bar was considerably long, and obviously he gets all of these quirks and extra abilities throughout, you know, when he gets a little bit more upgraded into the second phases of the fight. But as you can see by now, or the attempt of which I got him, I was just spamming stims, but he wasn't really getting me. I was just blocking, dodge the undodgeable attacks, read him very well, and then get in there and damage him up again. And I just did not stop. I think it was the first time I played so aggressive, because my style was never parrying, it was always dodging. But as I learned, the more time you give them to dodge, the more he hooks up and chains combos. Look, as you can see, he dealt a lot of damage there to me as well. Right, towards about halfway of his health, he starts whisking these rocks at you, so you want to back off when he does do those attacks and stay at range, but always go back in the moment he is open again. So look, back out, roll back in, and attack him. That was the strategy that really worked for me. You know, he can't throw his sabers at you if you just get in and break his guard. You need to be super aggressive with him, or at least that worked with me. And then of course, as you can see, you do have to nail the timing with the attacks. So before you are going to go in for a combo, you need to make sure that he isn't doing any undodgeable attacks, or he does that force blast sometimes. As you can see, he's going to spam the rocks again, get the hell out of the way, dodge them, and then wait. Okay, so when he comes to you, you should also be careful. So Merrin will come at this point in the fight, and he starts going crazier once you have got to about like a quarter of his health left, or maybe a third, whatever it is. It's like the next phase. He goes extremely aggro, so it's this bit you got to be careful at. So the last point in the phase, stay aggressive, but you just need to keep in mind that he might like throw a few gimmicks at you and stuff to really get that damage in. So as you can see, my health bar here, I used it's those ones. So I used a lot of my health from attacks that I didn't really dodge properly or nail the timing with, because I got greedy. So you can see, look, he hits me here quite a bit, but at this point I am blocking the majority of his attacks, so I'm not that bothered of what damage it does to my health. It's just that with me, even if the health bar is like it decreases to a certain amount, I tend to like just in reserve spam that stim, because I'd rather not have him then use an attack that might, I don't know, say like a one-shot hit. It was Grandmaster difficulty, so I think this is the hardest difficulty in the game. So when they do go in crazy, some of their attacks, when you just miss it, when you're just focusing on it, or you get too greedy or something, they go so crazy. So I have to use that my stims just in case he does pull one off. But in general, I can't really say that much about this fight. I just think the dual sabers were really good for this, because hanging back didn't really work or do any damage to his health bar, and it's pretty bloody long as well. You could use force abilities to slow him down. or parries, but this is the bit, of course, where Merrin decides to then pretty much use her awesome Night Sister powers to get rid of him. But it was quite an enjoyable boss fight once, because it got me a little bit more aggressive, made me adjust and adapt my playstyle a little bit. So dual sabers work to mirror his twin blades, block, and then chain in combos when you can, and that deals the most damage. Taron Malicos defeat.
The ones who built this tomb, the Zepho, they created an object called the Astral. It opens a vault on a distant planet. Inside is a list of Force-sensitive children across the galaxy. But the Empire is looking for it too.
What Empire?
The Empire. The one bent on exterminating Force-sensitives so no one can stand against it.
Then it will come for Dathomir before long, as the war did. I will help you find this Astrium.
Thank you for helping me with Malicos. Thought I was a goner for a minute.
Yes, you would have died.
Right.